Hello and welcome back to another Ravelox project. Some of you may know that I'm an amateur musician, and like a lot of amateur musicians I do most of my recording in my garage. We used to have all my equipment sitting on an old wooden desk and that was taking up too much space in the garage, so today I'm going to embark on trying to build a cart to store my recording equipment. Let's go. First I ripped some 3/4 inch plywood to build the walls and shelves. Next came some assembly using wood glue and my new brad nailer. Let's take a moment to watch it in action. I made sure the panels were flush and square. As I had some wood left over, I added a thin back panel and nailed it into place. I needed to trim some excess, and I spent some time sanding my rough cuts and rounding the edges. I added the casters to the base to give it that rolling action. The brad nails and glue weren't going to provide much support, so I added screws after drilling pilot holes and countersinking them. So the cart body was done. And this is the finished cart body. I've put some of the equipment on it so I could see how it all fits, and it seems to be okay. This bottom section, however, I want to put some drawers in there so that I can use it for a bit more storage, and that's what we'll do. Using leftover plywood, I cut some drawer runners. And I ripped down some more 3/4 inch plywood. I also ran the pieces through the table saw several times to make a slot to receive some 1/2 inch plywood for the drawer bottom. Now, this clip shows the wonders of video editing. I'll be honest that I screwed up my measurements and had to make a quick run to the hardware store for some more wood. Once I dry fit and tested the drawer, I glued and nailed it together. One of my better purchases was the rubber mallet to persuade some of the pieces to fit. And there's some more sanding to smooth the edges. I installed the runners using brad nails. With the bottom drawer inserted, I used quarters to act as a spacer for the top drawer runner. Then I could attach the top runner. It was at this point that I had a problem with the top drawer, so what this video doesn't show is me using the mallet again. I attached a couple of 1/2 inch dowel rods to use as handles. And the screws are being attached from the back so that they don't show. I sanded the bottom drawer base and rubbed a candle on it to cut down on the friction as it was sticking a bit. And the drawers are in place. And that's all there was to it. It was a relatively simple project. There were a few niggles, a few trips to the hardware store, a lot of cussing. If I was to do things differently, I would definitely learn my fractions, and I would get some draw runners because I don't think the wooden runners actually work as well as I wanted them to. But all in all, it does what I want. If you like what you saw, then please click the like button. If you want to be notified of new projects when I produce them, then please click the subscribe button. If you don't, thank you very much for watching anyway, and I'll see you next time.